Hey guys, and welcome back to an Untitled Python video, and today we're going to be going over the return keyword. So normally when we've created functions, we've used the print keyword instead of the return keyword to kind of as a conclusion of our function, except when we use the return keyword, it automatically ends the function, and this we use a lot because one, it's convention, and there are a few other reasons. First, it allows us to do arithmetic. So return gives a value to a function. So if we have a function called my function, we can say my function of 5 is greater than my function of 2. And it will run and give a true or false value. This lets us treat functions like numbers, which is really cool. We can also do things like addition. So if we had a power program that took in two values, and the first value was the base and the second value was the exponent, we could do 3 to the 5th plus 4 to the 7th using a power function. And we can use if and else statements. So if we had a function that checked whether a number was even, we can pass that function, and if it's true, we can do something, and if it's false, we can do something else. So now let's take a look at a few examples in a Jupyter notebook. So first, let's create a power function. So first thing we'll do is define a power function with a and a b, with a being the base and b being an exponent. So now, when we use the return keyword, we use return and then whatever we do. So in this case, it would be a to the power of b. Now let's run it, and now let's check it by doing power of 3 to the power of 4. And now let's define a variable called exponent 1, and we'll say this is power of 2 to the power of 7. And after that, we'll say exponent 2, which is power of 3 to the power of 3. And now after this, we can do exponent 1, or exp1 plus exp2. Now if we run it, we get 155, which is correct because 128 plus 27 is equal to 155. Now, let's make the even check function. So, let's call it def even check, and this only takes in one number. And after this, we will say if n mod 2 is equal to 0, return true, else return false, just like that. Now to check it, let's just do even check of 6, even check of 7. And now if we say if, now let's make a variable called x, and we'll say that's even check of some really big number. Now we can say if x mod 2, if x is equal to true, then we can say print even number. Then we can say else print odd number. And if we run it, we get odd number, which makes sense because the final digit is 5. So that is how the return statement works, and it is going to be really important because most of the time we use functions, we end up using a return keyword. So I hope you learned something, and thank you for listening to the video. And as always, this was Nitro Learn.